I have a ton of stuff to go through here in today's video. We're going to be talking about a new update live in Black Ops Cold War themed for St. Patrick's Day, a bunch of special game modes coming soon, Call of Duty 2021 teasers being found in Black Ops Cold War right now. We're also going to talk about a bunch of major hidden Easter eggs that are still unsolved from past zombie games, Vulture being a DLC perk in Black Ops Cold War Zombies. What would it do? A bunch of you guys commented on my last video about a bunch of cool DLC zombie ideas, Tranzit Remakes, different stuff like that, so we'll go through those comments as well. A lot of stuff here. If you can, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Really do appreciate it, guys. Getting super close to 70,000 subscribers on the channel. Let's get started here first with the new update, multiplayer and zombie changes to go through. Get lucky with the debut of St. Patrick's Day Stockpile, the fan favorite multiplayer mode coming to Black Ops Cold War with an Irish twist. Players can collect shamrocks dropped by their enemies and deliver them to the pot of gold to earn points for their team, or pick up shamrocks dropped by eliminated teammates to deny enemies the chance to score. First team to reach the score limit wins in this limited time mode. It will be available starting 10 a.m. Pacific time, March 11th until March 18th. Be on the lookout for a traditional stockpile mode coming to the game after this week. So super cool there. Some zombie changes in the game to go through. For stability on Outbreak, added various stability fixes related to objectives in the game mode. For objectives, resolved an issue that prevented completing the objective if a player carrying a canister left a co-op match in progress. And then general, resolved an issue that caused graphic corruption when using frenzied guard field upgrade in the mode. And another thing here, pretty important for intel, addressed an issue where a player could not listen to the 3 radio transmissions in Firebase Z. So that's super important there. If you haven't gotten that intel, it's now available in the game. We also have a new challenge in Cold War right now, potentially teasing Call of Duty 2021. So season challenges, the Guerrilla Warfare season challenge now tracks kills from any weapon that the player picks up, not only from weapons from players they've killed. And this is, one of the calling cards you see in the game with Guerrilla Warfare. Normally this wouldn't be a big a deal, we wouldn't talk about this. It's a random challenge, a random calling card in the game called Guerrilla Warfare. But if you guys have seen any of the recent COD 2021 leaks and rumors, you would know that Guerrilla Warfare might be a pretty big part of this year's new Call of Duty. Tom Henderson, or the long sensation, again, credible leaker we've been talking about, tweeted this out a couple of weeks ago. If COD 2021 isn't set in the future, I think we're getting Guerrilla Warfare. And he, again, for him to tweet that, it's a pretty big deal. We have other info as well about Call of Duty 2021 being another World War II era game. We also have some stuff about COD 2021 being a game set right after World War II in the 50s, potentially around the Korean War time frame. So right now for COD 2021, we're looking at the 1940s to 1960s, maybe into the 1970s time frame. It's a pretty big range of dates here. We don't know if Sledgehammer is going to focus on World War II, Korean War, Vietnam War with the guerrilla warfare stuff, if it's going to be a combination of all of these wars, if they're going to do a sequel of their game back, in 2017, COD World War II, if it's going to be a fictional extension of World War II. Pretty much, what if World War II never ended, and what would happen if it extended into the decades after the 40s? So that would be pretty cool as well, but we really don't know yet. This calling card here is just super interesting because you guys know now more than ever, Call of Duty markets and teases their next game in the current Call of Duty, especially with Warzone now. We're going to be seeing a bunch of new teasers and hype in Black Ops Cold War and Warzone in the next couple of months for Call of Duty 2021, and we may have seen our first in-game teaser for COD 2021 right here. So be on the lookout for any type of World War II guerrilla warfare type of stuff that they add in the game, because again, Call of Duty always does this, and we have to look at in the store all parts of the game, different updates, what they talk about in blog posts, because we're getting pretty close to the time in which we'll start seeing potentially some new COD 2021 teasers. We've been talking a lot recently about future DLC coming to Cold War Zombies. I made a video 2 days ago talking about a bunch of leaked DLC perks coming to the game very soon, and a bunch of you guys in the comment section were mentioning Vulture, how it was super underrated, how it should return in the game. We talked about it a little bit being potentially brought together with Mule Kick as a DLC perk, and someone now actually made an idea over on Reddit about how Vulture can work as a standalone perk with 5 tiers. So let's go through this here. Super interesting. So the base version of Vulture in Cold War Zombies would be increased equipment and salvage drop rate. Certain zombies release a cloud of green mist, which causes players inside it to be ignored by the zombies for 5 seconds. Pretty much how Vulture kind of originally worked back in BO2 Zombies in Buried. For Tier 1, increased equipment damage. Tier 2, extend mist duration to 10 seconds instead of 5. Tier 3, chance to not consume equipment when used, so you're pretty much getting free equipment sometimes. Tier 4, small chance to double salvage drop upon pickup. And then Tier 5, the player is allowed to move freely when under the effects of the mist. So if you guys didn't know, with Vulture, you had to stay in the green mist for these zombies to continue to ignore you. With this Tier 5 option here, you don't need to stay in that green mist. You can go all around the map and just have a free 10 seconds away from the zombie. So honestly here, I take back what I said. Vulture could honestly stand alone as a DLC perk in the game. It could still be combined with Mule Kick, and those ideas that we talked about in my last video are still valid. But if Treyarch does decide to give us more than 4 total DLC perks in Cold War Zombies, they decide to expand the Der Wonderfizz machine and what perks it offers, Vulture could honestly be one of those DLC perks in the game. It wasn't one of the original perks that we talked about leaked in the pre-alpha, the alpha files for Black Ops Cold War. Those perks were, again, Tombstone, Mule Kick, Double Tap, and PhD. So I'm still confident that we're going to see those 4 perks in the game. But again, Vulture could definitely be a 5th DLC perk added to the game. And especially if we get a Zombie Chronicles 2.0 or a Buried remake, that should 100% be a perk included on that map. I saw this thing over on Reddit, super cool here. For the final Reich back in World War II Zombies, he says this: we all know that in World War II Zombies, there are a ton of undiscovered Easter eggs, mainly on the final Reich. We should, as a community, unite and solve them. So I didn't realize how many major Easter eggs are still unsolvable and in that game right now, in that map specifically. Zombie language and translation, double weapon upgrade, lightning rods on the tower. And I vaguely remember people doing Easter egg hunts for those extra unsolvable Easter eggs, and just for the fact that people just weren't as interested in the game, you know, people weren't able to complete them because no one was really going for these Easter eggs. So it is pretty cool to see people still caring about this and going for those Easter eggs. I wasn't the biggest fan of World War II Zombies, but they did get the vibes correct. The vibes were creepy, they were scary zombies, and the Easter eggs were probably kind of cool. I don't know, if you guys like World War II Zombies out there, let me know down below. Maybe it really is one of those hated things that you kind of have to play and try to actually like, or maybe it's deserving of all of the hate it's received for the past couple of years. So let me know about that down below. I just thought that was pretty interesting there. Now let's talk about future Cold War Zombies DLC perks, Tranzit Remake features, a bunch of cool stuff. You guys have a bunch of really good ideas, so be sure to always comment down below in any of these videos. First one here, Double Tap Root Beer being added as a DLC perk. The main feature of the perk is chance a few bullets will split into 2 after you get a few hits on zombies without missing. Tier 1, bullet speeds increased by 15%. Tier 2, Ethereal Piercer or Ethereal Razor, apparently from BO4, stab enemies from distance rather than being right next to enemies. Tier 3, chances of bullets splitting into 2 increases after your first pack upgrade on the weapon. Tier 4, the ammo capacity on your weapons is increased by 50 more bullets. Tier 5, speed of bullets increases the longer you hold the trigger till you're out of ammo / reloading, makes the speed of bullets go back to Tier 1 speed. Pretty good idea there for Double Tap. Probably does need some tweaking. If you guys want to give it some constructive criticism, give your own ideas for the 5 tiers of a Double Tap DLC perk in Cold War Zombies, leave those ideas down below in the comment section. Next thing here, 2 things. If they bring back the Mustang and Sally, they have to bring back PhD in the same update. It's just a nostalgia update. And if a Transit Remake comes out in Cold War Zombies, he's pretty much saying he wants an option to where you could enable and disable lava, fog, denizens, and all different other features in the new map. So pretty solid ideas there. Another comment here, if Transit comes back, better get a denizen round. And that's actually an interesting idea. I mean, denizens were annoying, but if there was a dedicated round that just gave us denizens and it gave you a max ammo at the end of it, maybe that would be kind of interesting, kind of similar to what we saw in Die Rise with the jumping jacks. But I don't know, the denizens kind of were annoying all around. I'm not so sure if I would want to see them brought back in any way, honestly, but let me know down below. Maybe you guys want to see the denizens back for some reason. Another comment here, boys, I feel like this year is where we get Zombie Chronicles 2. No way they can't pass this up. COD update is free, more players online, more people to buy the game for the update. I hope, come on, please make it happen. And I do agree with this guy. I mean, honestly, now is the perfect time. Zombies, at least in terms of popularity, really is at an all-time high. So many people, you'd be surprised. You would think Black Ops 3 was the most popular zombies game, but really, if you look at Google Trends, if you look at the amount of people, new players, playing zombies, it's actually unbelievable. I mean, I was surprised myself when I saw this. The interest in Cold War Zombies is high. Again, even if you think BO3 or BO2 Zombies was a better game, Cold War Zombies, super popular. I mean, they're innovating. Activision did Season 2 pretty much all centered around zombies. The Warzone nuke event is all about getting rid of the zombies off of Verdansk, so zombies is a huge deal, and now more than ever is the time to give a Zombie Chronicles 2.0 update in the game. So I really do feel like we're definitely going to get it in the game very soon. Next comment here, well, they won't change the whole zombies by a comment, but I think we need to have new pack-punch camos for every single map, like the Firebase Z pack-punch camos should be different from D Machina, which I definitely agree with. And he says, I also agree with having original zombie sounds because music and songs in a game matters more than you think. Like imagine Horizon Rock without its Roundup song or 115, Beauty of Annihilation, etc. He does say that Cold War Zombies is his favorite next to Black Ops 3, and he also says, thank you for the great content. Really do appreciate that, man. But I do agree. I mean, I said this in my last video. It's not a big deal, and I'm not saying Cold War Zombies doesn't have any character, and there are some pretty decent sounds in Cold War Zombies, and they do try to get the vibes as good as they can that relates to the map setting, but I still feel like Treyarch is lacking on the overall sounds and the ambiance of these Cold War Zombies maps. Part of it is definitely nostalgia for these past games. I mean, nothing is going to be the same as playing Kino for the first time, hearing the sounds of Kino, even playing, I've said this before in my streams, Mob of the Dead for the first time, Buried for the first time, hearing all of these sounds in those maps. I mean, it's so iconic, and a part of that is definitely nostalgia, but a part of it is also definitely that a lot of the newer sounds in Cold War Zombies are just too vague and just too general, and they're not really, they don't have any character to it. Just like the operator quotes, like Samantha Maxis's operator quotes, they're super general, they're super vague. I mean, there's nothing referring to anything. Like she literally doesn't talk about anything substantive. She's kind of just saying like, oh, zombies ahead. Like she really doesn't say anything. That is an important character. Like that is a huge character, Samantha Maxis, and the fact that she's not saying anything of substance relating to the storyline or anything zombies besides for the zombies being in front of her, I mean, it just does suck. It's not a big deal. Again, I'm always going to say this. I'm not mad about it. It's not a big deal. I still enjoy Cold War Zombies a lot, but it definitely is something that they should look at. And as the year goes on, hopefully they slowly add to this, fine-tune the game. So by the final DLC Survival Zombies map, we really have a map that is full of character, super cool sounds, maybe just better operator quotes, and just a lot of stuff like that. So again, Cold War Zombies, super fun game, but they could add a bit of the character that you had back in these past zombie games. I don't know. We'll see what they do. That's pretty much it here for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a comment down below. Update if you watched the entire video. It is greatly appreciated. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.